Hey, so today I will be building this Bugs Robot 5 number 1. Don't know what this says. I'm presuming it's Japanese, and it probably says something along the lines of wasp or hornet or some flying stinging insect that probably isn't a bee. So let's go ahead and get this opened up and see what will be required to put this thing together. So let's go ahead and use this X-Acto knife. Just cut that open, cut the tape, flip this box open, and see what we have inside. Okay, so here is the first tree. And there's sticker sheet. And more stuff. So yep, that's about it for what's in the box. So let's go ahead and set that off to the back. Here we have what looks like the legs of the insect, wings, and smaller wings. So let's go ahead and take. Oh, and it looks like this is a stinger, and that this is a antennae. Okay, so here we have my clippers. Let's go ahead and get these clipped off. I will say this does remind me a little bit of, I've never watched Beetleborgs, but it reminds me of that just a little bit. Although, like I said, I've never watched it, so I don't know how much of the show this entails, or if they have giant robot bugs. I don't know, but it kind of reminds me of also Power Rangers and Voltron. If Voltron was formed with insects instead of lions, or in the case of Vehicle Voltron, vehicles. Yeah, just go ahead and clip these off. Since this is a very cheap little set, I don't know if I'm going to really bother with filing everything down unless it really negatively impacts the aesthetics or the ability for them to do what they're supposed to. So yeah, normally, like when it comes to Gundam kits, which I have not done in ages, would love to do that. Okay, so in this case, this does bug me just a little bit. I know probably don't even really notice it, but just shave that off. There we are. Set that off to the side, and then go ahead and clip the other one off. And try not to take off too much of the good plastic. Okay, so got those off. Normally, I wouldn't take everything off the trees to begin with, because, you know, with a Gundam kit, it can be very hard to keep track of all the different pieces and also what piece does what. So generally, I take them off one at a time as needed for the instructions. But considering how simple this is, I'm just going to go ahead and get everything off and cleaned up as necessary. So got those done. And this feels like it might be a slightly different kind of plastic. Normally, I don't actually usually use glue on Gundams. Definitely not using glue on this. Unless it like falls to pieces and I can't even get it to do what it's supposed to do, then yeah, I might use glue. Because I mean, what was it? It was like, I think the standard was either 150 yen for things that are, either things that are 150 yen or something. I can't remember the exact number. I think it was 150 yen, or not labeled with a price tag, which these didn't have a price tag on it. It's like $1.75. So $1.75 for 5 little, $1.75 each for 5 little plastic bugs. I'm not going to really care too much if I mess something up a little bit. I just thought it would be something fun to do, and possibly an interesting idea for a video, whether it be a review of them once they're built, or a building type video. Okay, so now we got all the pieces off. I guess we can go ahead and do some of the stickers. Just get that out of the way. Alright, so it says to put the well, the thing is, like, it doesn't really show I'm putting on the stickers. It just shows the stickers on there. So obviously these right here are, I guess I'll move that a little bit closer. These are the eyes. Go ahead and I need my tweezers. I'll be right back. All right, I got my tweezers. So we're going to go ahead and carefully remove the stickers. There we are. And put it on this bug. Like so. And since it is rounded, that's the thing with putting a flat object on a 3D surface. I mean, technically these aren't flat. Technically they are three-dimensional, just, well, very thin. Oh dear. And the problem is with some, especially with cheap stickers, that sometimes they have a tendency to punch all the way through, and then it can be really hard to pull the sticker off of the backing. And then there we are, got another bug eye. And then it looks like the stripy bits, looks like there's, all of them are supposed to go on the back here. Okay, not all of them. Okay, it looks like, let's see. Okay, so it looks like the big stripe goes on the this part right over here, and then the small stripes go in the little gaps along the thorax. I think that's the name of the part of a bug. Like this anyway. Okay, so pull that off. Or maybe it's not supposed to go in the gaps. It's very hard to tell on this. It's a little too fat to go in the gaps, so I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go right here pretty much. And another thing that this really reminds me of is Kabaya gum kits, except this doesn't have gum in it. But to be fair, the gum that did come with those gum kits, absolute garbage. It's like only good for like, I don't know, 10 seconds. And okay, I just need to spit this out now. I mean, to be fair, I think it was just all a ploy by the Kabaya gum company to pretty much just sell toys in the candy aisle, which I think is actually brilliant. Because, I mean, I'm not going to just assume all little boys, but think about it. If you're a little kid, let's just say kid, a little kid in a candy store, and you happen to be looking at candy, but you also love robots. I mean, it wasn't just robots. It wasn't just Transformers exclusively. There's other things that they had. But a tiny little model kit, pretty much, that you could put together. Why wouldn't you want it? I mean, that sort of thing. Honestly, that would have been something that I would have loved growing up with in where I grew up in the States, I guess. Is that I guess they don't trust little kids with things like this. Because like, oh no, choking hazard, you're gonna die. Okay, fair enough. There are some kids that are really stupid and would probably choke on this sort of thing. But then again, it's assuming that you're not going to give it to a child that's still, I mean, like an infant pretty much, that's still teething and it explores the world with their mouths. I mean, it's as long as they're not that age. And also, to be fair, I feel like with things like this, granted, they're probably going to destroy them or put them together horribly wrong, or they're going to learn. But I feel like it's a good way to learn how, I guess, what's it called? Coordination, hand-eye coordination, all that good stuff. I feel like that would actually be a good way to learn that sort of thing earlier. So, I mean, granted, I honestly don't know a whole lot about the educational systems in other countries, but in Japan, for example, I think they're supposed to have one of the better, or tend to have some of the best test scores, things like that, because they really do value their education. Not saying that the U.S. doesn't, but I feel like things like, oh, come on. Okay, I guess I need to center that a little bit more. But I feel like they probably value it a little bit more than we do. Or at the very least, they don't. They want to enrich their the lives of their kids, I guess, without, what's it called? Oh dear, I just feel like I'm rambling, but like they're not afraid that their kids are going to die if they're building a tiny little toy like this. Yeah, they might break it, they might get upset that they broke it, but hey, it's part of growing up, part of learning and stuff. But I don't know, that's just me. I mean, obviously you wouldn't want to leave a little kid that's never done something like this completely unsupervised, as who knows what they might end up doing. But I mean, obviously use your discretion, I guess, as a parent and whatnot. Okay, now, that's not all the stickers. Okay, I guess I can go ahead and assemble the main body, and then we can put on the wings and the sticker wings on later. Okay, so stinger, where's the stinger? Nope, that's the antennae. Okay, stinger. So it looks like it goes in here like this, and so that's probably to reveal it to no, never mind. This is the arm side. But yeah, this guy doesn't have any hands. This robot doesn't have any hands. It's just bug bits. There we are. Okay, but it does have looks like it's supposed to have an extending stinger. There we are. Get that clip together. Very hollow. Not the greatest. Well, like I said, $1.50. No, $1.75. Like 150 yen, whatever. What do you expect? Don't expect the world from something like this. There we are. Just push that all together. And this is going to be very interesting seeing how badly this all holds together, because this thing, when it's an arm, considering how loose this thing is, it's just, yeah, as you can see, it's not going to hold any poses whatsoever, really. I mean, it might, but this thing, I feel like, is still going to be better than that knockoff of Devastator I got a while back. That thing sucked. I mean, that thing sucked big time. This thing, on the other hand, actually does come. Okay, I guess these do combine, but they're not individual transformer robots, and they're not pretending to be little transforming robots. They're just little robot bugs or piloted bugs, as some of them look like they are supposed to be. Okay, and then antennae goes up here. Rotate it outward, actually. That makes a lot of sense to me. Obviously, if you're a bug, you're going to want to have your antennae outward where you can see the world. Okay, there we are. And no, it's not going in. Okay. Come on, get in there. Wiggle in there. Oh, I might have to file this down, actually. Or not. Let's see. I'd rather it just be able to hold itself in place rather than me having... There we are. Okay. There, got that in there. Now just to work on the wings. So, let's see. The small wings go in the back. Obviously, it looks like the stickers are just to accent the wings rather than actually, well, what's it called? Because if you look, as you can see, like, the design is already there. There isn't really a point. So, I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and put on the stickers. After an unnecessary amount of time, I go ahead and put on the wing stickers, and as you can see, it doesn't really do a whole lot for them. I mean, it does a little bit, makes it, because I guess the glossiness is a little bit different from the plastic of the wings, but whatever. I guess it kind of works, but not really, maybe, I don't know. So, the wings, you can see there's little pegs that are supposed to go into these holes, which looks like it's going to be really nice and stiff. Hopefully not so stiff that they break off, but hey, like I said, $1.75, not the end of the world if something breaks. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There we are. Okay, so we got the back wings on, and now we get the big wings on. Okay, so this goes on this side. Come on. And there we are. And that snaps in like that. And last wing, just like the other three. Just go ahead and wiggle on. And there we have a wasp, robot wasp bug thing. That is pretty cool, I guess. I mean, on its own, it's not really impressive, but hey, it is what it is. $1.75. I mean, you get to build it yourself, you get to put on stickers, and it comes in a tiny little box, and hey, it combines with 4 other robot bugs. So yeah, pretty cool, I guess. I mean, for what it is, it's pretty cool. You have an extending stinger, and you do have some wings that can collapse a little bit, and then you can flare out for flight. And yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. So that's about it for the Bugs Robot number 1. And if you'd like this building video with me and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.